Okay, I finally put the last piece on my Lego and I made it. As a kid, I was never good at playing with Legos, but as a scientist, I'm lucky enough to get this joy of using this Lego technique every day in the lab in order to do my PhD and answer the questions about science. Did you actually know that sometimes scientists play Legos to find the answer for questions in science or engineer and design organisms in the way that they want them to behave? Imagine that you're a kid and I give you this design of my Lego and you want to recreate it. The first thing that you do is probably you are going to take a very careful look at the whole model first and try to take the pieces apart and understand what each part is doing, what each piece is doing in this model so that you can understand it fully and recreate it, hopefully. This is a top-down approach that biologists, in fact, are using in order to study cells and living organisms. In this way, you will start from the most complex form, which is the complete final version model of what you have, and try to take the pieces apart and study them. So each time you are reducing the complexity of the model in order to understand it. But if you think about it, in another perspective, as in fact some chemists and biologists who might have loved and enjoyed playing Legos as a kid did, we have another way. Instead of starting from the most complex living organism, in this case, or living cell, or the most complex model, we can start from the smaller components, which are the simplest parts of the whole model, and we synthesize them, we build them, we study them, and we will know their function, and we put them together, piece by piece, to see how it works in order to build a model that is similar to the original one. And in this bottom-up approach, since we are starting from the most simple parts or components, and we put them together and increase the complexity each level, not only we can study and realize the functions and importance of each part, we can also design a system in a way that we want. So, in fact, that is exactly how nature is doing it. Nature didn't start from the most complex form of life. It has started from very simple elements, and over the past 3.5 billion years, through mutation and natural selection, life became more and more advanced. So by using this bottom-up approach in synthetic biology that I just introduced to you, we can understand how living organisms work and design new artificial organisms with interesting capabilities.